prior to learning a meltdown, I would recommend that you already have some comfort with split time hip reels, because a meltdown is, the gist of a meltdown is really just an extended split time hip reel. If you don't already know split time hip reels, you can still learn the meltdown, although I think it would be a bit more difficult, and in this tutorial I'm going to be using split time hip reels to go into meltdowns, so my recommendation is that you already have some comfort. Also, a meltdown is a same direction split time move. You can do it in either direction, either spinning towards your left or spinning towards your right, and that's personal preference. I much prefer spinning towards my left, so in this tutorial I'm going to be teaching it in this direction, but if you prefer spinning towards your right, just do the same thing and just mirror everything that I'm doing. The first thing that I'm going to go over for a meltdown is the arm position. This, I think, is one of the more difficult things in a meltdown to figure out, because you're sort of in this wrapped, twisted up position with one arm behind you, one arm crossed behind you, and one arm crossed in front, which is fairly straightforward to think about, but it can be kind of uncomfortable, especially for this back arm, because depending on your shoulder flexibility, you might have some trouble getting your hand in front of your hip, and you want it in front of your hip so that you can spin the poi without hitting your leg. So you might find it helpful to stretch your shoulders a bit before attempting a meltdown. You also might find it helpful to sort of shift your hips back away from the hand that's coming in front behind them, so that there's a bit more room for the poi. But the general motion of a meltdown is your arms are switching between these two wrapped positions, and you're doing a beat in wrapped one way, then you swivel around and wrap the other way, and do a beat here. Twist around, beat, twist around, and you're not doing any beats while your arms are unwrapped. The first thing that I would recommend you practice when learning a meltdown is taking one poi and running through the motion of each hand separately. Make sure your poi are spinning in the same direction, so you don't want to practice like your right hand spinning one way and then your left hand spinning the other way, because then when you put them together, it's not going to work well. So I'm going to start with my right hand, spinning towards my left, and I'm going to move it across my body in the front and circle behind me like this. Now I'm going to swoop similarly to a hip reel, although it's going to be extended because I'm going to go further. I'm going to, so my poi is spinning it forward. When it's coming around on the down group, I'm going to swoop down in front of me, around, and twist my arm so that it's behind me, and I'm doing this beat on the side, on the left side of my body, next to my head. And notice the poi is still spinning the same direction. It's now in reverse relative to where I'm facing because I twisted my body, but it's still spinning the same way. On the way back, when the poi is coming up, I'm just going to swoop up, around, and back to this position where my arm is crossed in front. So what you want to do is just practice this motion of twisting to the back and then twisting back to the front as much as you need to feel comfortable. And I recommend especially focusing on this back position, trying to get this plane super solid, because this is a weird position to be spinning in, and if you can get it so that you can spin cleanly while holding this position, that'll make it a lot easier to not collide the poi with your leg or your chest or your head or whatever it happens to collide with while you're actually doing the move. So again, we have my right arm crossed in front, the poi is spinning behind me, and forward, and I swoop down in front, and now it's spinning in front of me with my right arm crossed behind me. And then from here, we swoop up, and end up back where we started. On the left hand, you'll want to be doing something similar, although it's not going to be quite exactly the same. This is because the poi are spinning in the same direction, So if you try to just do the exact same thing with the right hand, with the left hand, you're going to end up having your left poi spinning the opposite direction, and when you try to put them together, it won't work super well. So you want to make sure your left poi is still spinning towards your left. So then when I turn towards my right, so that my left arm is across the front of my body and my poi is spinning behind me, notice how the poi is now spinning in reverse relative to me. This is different from what we did with the right hand, because with the right hand, when with the arm crossed in front, the poi was spinning it forward because I was facing towards it. But with the left hand, when the left arm is in front, it was facing towards the right, so the poi is going to be in reverse. So from here, just like we would do in hip roll, we're going to swoop up, around in front, and twist. And then we end up here in the same twisted up position as we did with the right hand, except now, note that the poi spinning in front of me, it's spinning it forward. So now, on the down beat, we're going to swoop down and back around. Again, just like with the right hand, you'll want to practice this as long as it takes to feel comfortable with these positions, especially this back position where your arm is twisted behind you. And remember that when you're doing this move, you can shift your hips out of the way of the poi to give yourself some more room and not need to stretch your shoulder quite as much. When you're doing the full move, you shouldn't be, it will be going smoothly enough, it will be going quickly enough that you won't necessarily be holding this uncomfortable back arm position for a very long time, and so it'll probably be less stress on your shoulders and you won't have to worry about it as much. But it's good when practicing each arm individually to get really comfortable with the planes in those positions so that it just all fits together nicely when you put it together. Now we're going to try to put it together. So, as I said, I'm going to teach this out of split time hip reel because it's the split time hip reel extended. So, if we're starting in our split time hip reel, first I'm going to just show you what it looks like if you go into the half of a meltdown that happens on my left side, and then come back into your split time hip reel. So, as I'm bringing my right poi in front to go into the meltdown, instead of just doing a beat in front as I would in the hip reel, I'm instead going to swoop up, do a beat in that twisted position, and then come right back. So if you're working on putting the meltdown together, I would recommend practicing this move until you're comfortable switching into the left side of the meltdown and back into the hip reel, and try to work on cutting down the beats of the hip reel in the middle until you can just go continuously between the meltdown and the hip reel. Now we're going to do the same thing, but on the right side. So we're still starting in our split time hip reel, and it's still spinning the same direction. And this time, instead of leading with my right poi, I'm going to lead with my left. So when my left poi is coming in front, I'm going to swoop up and twist and go back into this hip reel. So we swoop up and back. Again, just like with the right side, you'll want to practice this until you feel comfortable going in and out of the meltdown with just like one beat of the hip reel to reset your hands, and then going right back into it. So ideally, now we're at the point where from our split time hip reel, we can do half a meltdown on the right side and come back into our split time hip reel, and we can also do half a meltdown on the left side and go back into our split time hip reel. So the next step is just to, and the final step, is to put it all together so that instead of stopping here in the meltdown, in the hip reel before continuing the meltdown, we want to cut out this beat where our arms are not twisted at all and just do a full extension. So you may may find it helpful at this point to quickly recall what it felt like when you were doing one hand at a time, of just this swoop. And you might find it helpful to practice doing one hand at a time with the full move without stalling, or not stalling, without stopping in any one position, so that you can get a hang of the swooping motion of the point. But ideally, you reach a point where you can go in from a split time hip reel, turn into one side, and then twist all the way around into the other side without doing any beats untwisted. And now you're doing a continuous meltdown. In summation, stretch your shoulders if you feel the need to do so. Practice the arm position with this twisting and unwrapping. Practice one point at a time, holding this position to get your planes really clean in those places where you're making beats. With both poi, practice coming out of a split time hip reel into each side of the meltdown and then back. And finally, put it together in a full continuous meltdown, skipping the beat with your arms unwrapped, so that you're just doing the beats in the meltdown. And that's how you do a meltdown. Obligatory reminder that this will take time and practice and be difficult. That's okay, and I believe you.